Hello and welcome to another What's New with Microsoft 365 and Teams for the week 27th of March to the 3rd of April. I'm Mark Thompson from Super Simple 365 and I'm going to be taking you through these updates. We've got our regular revised timelines, then we have some of our updates. Highlights this week are the breakout room functionality changes. So I'm going to talk about a couple of changes, and then later on in the bite size I've got some more for you. We're going to work through those updates, and then we're going to wrap up with the bite size updates, the ones to watch, and then I'm going to remind you how you can keep up with 365. So our first ones are the new design for the Yammer Discovery and Digest emails. So I don't actually have a screenshot for this, so it's a bit strange that I'm even showing it, but look out for it, folks. Late April to early May. PowerPoint Live in Teams, slide translation, lots of different languages on there. It's a little bit delayed, due late April to late May. Those Teams lobby settings that I told you about last week and probably the week before that, where only the invited users can join directly, it's a little bit late as well, rolling out late April to mid-May. Also, this little bit of help from Outlook when you're setting up a large Teams meeting, so 40 or more people, you're going to get this prompt to go in and set some options and control the way the attendees come in. So if you go to lots of big Teams meetings that are a little bit unwieldy maybe, or maybe not perfectly managed, they should get better because the organizer is going to get prompted to do it. Okay, so let's look at this new breakout room functionality. So the first one is the room assignment retention. So it just means that between meetings, the assignments that you make will be retained, but between the meetings. So you don't have to set it up each time that you set up a new meeting. You can also move people around the rooms easily while the rooms are open. And you can set timers. This is quite nice. So you set a timer to say 15 minutes. Instead of people seeing how long that the meeting has gone on for, they'll see the countdown before they get called back into the meeting. So the organizers, you need to have the desktop version of Teams to see this new functionality. However, the attendees, the people who will see the result of these changes, they can see that on all platforms, so the browser, the desktop and mobile. That's rolling out mid-April, so anytime for the next couple of weeks towards the end of the month. Look out for the bite size. There are some really nice updates coming for breakout rooms then as well. Okay, so native notifications in Teams. So this seems to have kind of resurfaced a little bit. I've talked about this before in the past, but it looks like it's actually about to happen now. It just means that instead of you having your Windows notifying you of stuff and Teams notifying you as well, you can have all of your Teams notification pushed into Windows, and that one system will send those notifications. So you go into your Teams notification settings and you can see there I've just highlighted the notification style. You have it as your Windows or Teams. Rolling out late March, so some of us will probably have that now, so it's worth you checking. But should be complete in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so a bit Teams heavy this week. In fact, I think they're all Teams updates that I'm actually going into. So this is joining a meeting with a digital ID. So it just means that every single meeting is going to get its own ID automatically assigned. And it means that people can just cut and paste or type that the ID that they want to. So this applies to desktop, mobile and web. So however people are joining your meeting, they can just copy and paste that code and then they can come in that way. Rolling out early to late May. So what's that, another 5 weeks or 4 weeks or so away from us. A couple for PowerPoint this week. So this is the PowerPoint Live presentation option with desktop and Windows sharing. So look at this image here. You can see that this person is presenting this what looks like a slide deck, and her video is superimposed over the top of it, the background removed. So it gives you the ability to go into standout mode. So you can set it. You can see at the top here. I'm setting this before I present or during the presentation. The rollout of that is, I'm just going to take it back out. So just have another look. That looks really nice. So a couple of things, you need to have the desktop version of the software for that to work. The rollout is mid-April to mid-May, and it's desktop only. Okay, so another one. This is PowerPoint Live. This is the present to Teams. So this is for someone who's already joined a Teams meeting, so you've got to be in a meeting. And it just means that you can go to, say, in an example you see here, that it's a presentation and it's online, so it's on the browser version of PowerPoint. And you can see that there's a couple of ways to get to this presenting Teams button. So it knows that you're on a call. And you can see there that you've got the option to present in Teams from the slideshow. Also over here, the drop down will let you present that in Teams. The requirements are that you have to be in the meeting. You have to, and you have to have the desktop version of Teams as well. Rolling out early to mid-May, so another one that's coming in about 4 or 5 weeks or so. So bite-sized updates already. That was quick this week, so looks like things have been a little bit quieter at Microsoft this week. So another Microsoft Teams one, related content for Teams meetings. You can see here that the app, this is iOS and Android, sorry, you can see here that it's showing the participant possible related content, and it will show it afterwards, after the meeting as well. Teams View Personal Life Banner. Now this, I'm not sure what I think about this, if I'm honest. Teams in the workplace, unless your organisation have stopped it, you're going to start seeing banners popping up somewhere between now and the end of the year. So that's a really long tail for that rollout. It's going to start inviting you to add Teams, your personal login Teams to your work account. Let's see how that pans out and how useful it is and what organisations think about that. No longer possible to download individual files or subsets of files within a zip file, previews, in OneDrive and SharePoint on the web. So if that's something you do, be aware that that is going away in May. Although the last change I saw to OneDrive and SharePoint, when they said they were taking it away, people got upset and they let us keep it. So let's just see whether that goes. Another one, Yammer Essential Announcements. So in Yammer, so if people have turned off notifications, it just means that you can, if you're doing an announcement, you can tell the system that it's an essential announcement, and people will get it anyway. Okay, it just stops people from unsubscribing from everything. Teams Live Event, separate window experience for managing events. So you can see here at the top that they've got the window that the person is managing the live event in is inside Teams, and it just means that you can pop that out. You can put it into a separate window. You can see that down the left hand side there we do not have the app bar, and I think that's just going the same way as a lot of stuff in Teams, right, where you can pop the window out or separate it. They seem to be rolling that out to just about everything. It'll be interesting to see by the time they're finished is whether you can completely separate every single part of Teams. My guess is it will go that way, but wait and see. Outlook on the web, new calendar board view. You can see that's just a nice new view, that calendar board view. It's just got lots of stuff in one place. You can see there's meeting notes on there. There's a tasks, there's a calendar. I think that looks really nice. It's just kind of the digital board all in one place. So expect that mid-April to late May. SharePoint, new digest. So it just means that if you get your email digest for SharePoint stuff, just look out for the redesign of that coming your way. Ones to watch, really exciting, folks. I only noticed these about an hour before recording this. So breakout room, pre-meeting room creation, and participant assignment. So before your meeting, you can sort out your rooms. You can put people into those right rooms. So you're not doing that after you after you've started. So I think that is a brilliant update. Can't wait to see that. And new assignment experience. So let me just rephrase that for you, maybe. So when you're assigning people to the rooms, you just get a slightly different window and a way of doing it, so you can see people in alphabetical order. You can sort people, and it's just going to make just organising your breakout rooms just a little bit easier. Another one. So we got room presenter support. So it just means that you can set someone else up to run the room that they're doing. So they're the presenter support for that room that you've created. So you can see that they've some great updates coming after the spring and into the summer there, folks. Breakout rooms, along with the one I showed you earlier, they're about to become the thing that we all want them to be. Really excited about that. And I think we're going to wrap up on this one. This is dark mode coming to Word in April. Okay, so folks, as always, I want to thank you for your time and spending the time to keep yourself up to date. Hopefully you'll share this with your colleagues. Keep up to date. You can see all those platforms across the top. Super Simple 365 is the easiest way to search for me and keep up to date. And if you are watching on YouTube, then please subscribe. It just means that I get a bit more visibility of the channel, and it just kind of gives me that little pep up to keep delivering these videos for you. Okay, folks, we're done. Hopefully by next week I'll actually have a haircut and I won't be looking like a COVID castaway that I am. So let's say we're done. Wrapping up. See you next week, guys.